Well, people want to meet me. I think they have an idea that it's going to be really interesting, and it's not. I'm actually not that interesting. What I make is really interesting, but I am not.
Andy Goldsworthy is a world-famous sculptor who uses natural materials including stone, wood, leaves and ice in his work. His main task with each new sculpture is to try and fully understand the material.
There is a huge sense of enjoyment at times in it, but it is, for most of it, pretty tedious, hard, and often boring. There's this repetition of stacking or chiseling or pounding things, but it's very important to do that. I mean, I need to work in that way to understand the materials. Like this installation, I worked with the guys for the first few days because I needed to understand what the stone was like. I've never worked with it before.
In order to make the larger works, Andy collaborates with teams of workers and volunteers. Whilst these collaborations are important, the ideas are all developed by Andy, working outside alone in all weathers.
The things that I make outside are done often in the day. There's an enormous amount of effort and pressure to make the work in a day, and it's sometimes cold, wet, physically demanding, and it is difficult to know sometimes what I've done. I'm very tired when I finished it, and the photograph is a way of looking back at that and understanding what I've done. The black hole has been a reoccurring form in my work since 1976. I was digging in a sand dune in Southport, physically burrowing into the sand dune, and the ceiling kind of collapsed in, and I kind of crawled out, and it left this very small hole in the crust of sand that had formed on top of the dune. And it was just such a beautiful black, and it was like I'd opened a window into the ground, into the material. Yeah, so it was a really big discovery. I work with a landscape that's been made rich by the people who've worked in it before me, and I would hope that I have left parts of it a little richer because of what I've done.